Hey guys, let's give a shout out to Big Ups 2729. He made a comment on my Flicker Strike video. Not sure why you're using a Forbidden Shaco with only level 32 Ice Bite over a 6-link chest with Heatshiver. 6-link chest and Heatshiver would be 55% more damage than the current Shaco that you have. Now I did actually originally play around with Heatshiver when I was first developing this build, but given the circumstance and the less than ideal weapon and tree and gear, it turned out much better to have the Forbidden Shaco with Ice Bite at the time. However, I decided, hey, this guy makes a good point. Let's see how this works. And so I'm going to first showcase this footage from a pretty juiced up Minotaur map. Pretty random out and gone. As you can see, it's very clean, very strong. Now, of course, a very similar setup already had cleared out Uber Searing Edge Shark. And so Minotaur is nothing compared to Uber Searing Edge Shark. But what I'm going to show now is I went ahead and tried Uber Ziri with Maven watching, because I wanted to try the Feared again. And I wanted to just show the whole footage of this Uber Ziri because it is absolutely the cleanest Uber Ziri I've ever run. And as you'll see, possibly one of the cleanest Uber Ziris ever run in the history of the game. Always takes a while for these guys to come out, the Act 2 boss. It was literally in this moment that I realized I never had upgraded and qualityed my Wise Oak all league.
My spirit is spent.
And there we go.
I can't do this just yet.
So next up are the Val Temple bosses, Akai and the rest of them. For a lot of builds and for a lot of people, very challenging, very powerful with the Acid Rain attack. It's like a toxic rain kind of. Out of habit, of course, I drew a portal here. I typically do. And they're gone. They're gone. They're all gone. As you can see, extremely clean Akai kill. Now we just had Uber Ziri herself, and I'm just not going to comment. I just want you guys to see from the moment I enter. This is the cleanest thing I've ever done in my life. In my POE life. She never had her simps feed her in the cage. She never was able to phase into that phase. I had never seen that. I'm sure it's been done many times, but I had never pulled it off. Of course, this was done with the Heatshiver that had been corrupted to have increased effective cold elements. Because, of course, Heatshiver gives more cold damage as fire. This meant, of course, we needed to 6-link our body armor. But we could get close combat support and then just use a level 21 Ice Bite. Otherwise, pretty much the same gear from previous videos if you've been following, especially the latest setup. My Brittle Shield, Kaom's for Rage. And I did change my heavy belt. I had to change the Benchcraft to be attribute in order to compensate for the loss of attributes on Forbidden Shaco, and grab a few more attributes and stuff here in a jewel. Only other major change was right here. Added some mana, needed that. And how did I do that? Very simple, just leveled 2 more times to level 95. Now, a little bit rough on the Chaos Res. I always like to be above 0%. This could be fixed, though, right here. If we did Cold and Fire, and then rolled Chaos instead of the Fire.